Worked for Dan at the wine merchant. I met him at the Radisson Hotel. I was working a midnight security job, and like he would come in and frequent the bar sometimes, and he'd be hanging out there with a bartender. It's like probably less than half his age. Who's this guy? And I just started talking to him, and one day I was bitching to him about how I hated my job, and he's like, "You want to come work for me at my wine store?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And my life was changed like so much for the better for saying yes to that. I mean, Dan was just really, really amazing. At that moment when I said yes, I didn't realize this, but I became one of his sons. Let me explain. Like the customers would come in and be like, "Oh, hey, how's your father? Where's your father? Hey, your father would have let me owe him 25 cents." And I'd explain, "Oh no, I just work here. I'm not his son." I thought they were getting me confused with Greg, like all white people look alike or something. And
oh no!
What it was
oh Lord!
Like there was actually some truth to it. Like I was kind of like his son, and the 20s for me when I worked there was like very formative times, and to have Dan as a role model was very, very important to me. He was a person that was he was really true to himself, and he was very authentic. And to have that kind of presence in my life, and the fact that he showed me so much respect when I was working for him, and was so good to me, it was just very important in who I became as a person. I think meeting Dan was one of the most important things that ever happened to me. I'm sorry. Basically, it was just a person that encouraged me to really be myself and to feel comfortable with that. Another good thing was that I work in the wine business now, and he showed me how you can know a lot about wine without being an insufferable snob, which is really, really a good thing. But the thing that I'll miss most, I think, is just his company. The time that I spent with Dan was always time that was well spent, whether we were just taking a ride in the car to New York, or watching a baseball game, or arguing about some baseball statistic like, "Oh, Ricky Henderson is second all-time in walks," and Dan would be like, "It's Ted Williams, not Ricky Henderson," and we just are. And these debates this was pre-smartphone where you could just Google that shit, and so you had to find it out somehow, and so we'd argue. And then it turned out that Ricky Henderson had like 30 less walks than Ted Williams at that point, and Dan, you'd never seen him happier in his life. And he was right about that. But basically, just really, really gonna miss him, and just like right up till the end, he would still come and visit and bring presents for my son, and it was just always it was always great to spend time with him. And thanks for listening, and thanks.